What's the word, everybody? Hope y'all having a good Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? It's been a wicked weekend going into the week and the following weeks ahead. You get what I'm saying? With this whole Iran thing, I do want to give y'all my reactions to it. I'm happy, Trump did what he did. He did actually what a lot of people promised that they was gonna do, but never did it. You get what I'm saying? So I kind of commend him for that. Not kinda, I do commend him for that. But the left, the media, they're all gonna spin it like he's, taking up for Israel. That, you know, Israel brought us into this war. That this is all pretty much Israel's doing. You know what I'm saying? And just Trump is just like the lapdog. And I feel like a lot of people are getting the wrong information fed to them. So this is why I really be on a mission to try and like give y'all facts instead of what just the media be going off. You get what I'm saying? Because it's just a lot of misinformation and bullshit out there. You get what I'm saying? That I frankly feel like it needs to be addressed, but that's for another conversation. So for me, I just want to get into what the Iranian people are talking about. I want you to hear exactly what the people are saying in Iran and how they're reacting to the death of the Ayatollah. You get what I'm saying? And you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised with their reactions. You get what I'm saying? And even before we get into that, I want to show you guys like some clips of basically like what these Iranian people were saying about him, the history behind it. You get what I'm saying? Even about the flag. The flag is not their flag. You get what I'm saying? Well, the updated one, and yeah, it's just crazy. But let's nonetheless let's get into it. I just wanted to show y'all this one though. Everybody gangster till the sky starts missing pixels. Bro, I found that shit to be so hilarious. But either way, this is one of them. I just wanted y'all to see this because this is basically what Islam gave Afghanistan now, and this is what Islam took from as Afghanistan in the 1970s. So this is kind of the same thing that Iran is kind of going through. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to give y'all a picture. This is an Iranian woman, and you get what I'm saying? She breaks it down, and you gotta respect it, man.
Iranians are not Arab Islamists. They're Iranians. They've always been Iranians. They have occupied by a regime that is not their own, by a regime that is not speaking their language.
This is crazy already because I honestly I didn't even know that. I always thought that Iranians were like majority Muslim. You get what I'm saying? But I came to find out that like only like 35 and probably less are Muslim. You get what I'm saying? And the rest are like non-religious. You get what I'm saying? So it's wicked. Like, and then before Iran, being ran by the regime, it was actually a Christian nation, which is Persia. You get what I'm saying? It's just crazy when you start doing like a deep dive and getting into like this rabbit hole, you start realizing some shit. But
By a regime, and let's make that very, very clear, because sometimes it's like hard for us to understand what happened inside of Iran. The Islamist Ayatollahs came to our country, and the first thing that they did, they took our flag, our flag, the Iranian flag.
right, the flag that they had originally was this green one, was the green, white, and red with the lion and the sword and the sun. You get what I'm saying? I just that was a fire flag too, in my opinion. You get what I'm saying? They need to bring that one back.
Has a lion and a sun on it, and it's like green, red, and white. And they started to write on it with Arabic writing, which is not Persian. It's not our language on there. They took out our symbol of the lion and the sun and replaced it with an Allahu Akbar Islamic symbol in the middle. Just imagine Islam is taking over Washington, taking the American flag, taking our flag, keeping the colors in there and putting an Islamist symbol on it and an Arabic writing on it. Would you think that's our flag? Would you?
That wouldn't be our flag, but I don't think the left would even disagree with that. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, it's their right." You get what I'm saying? That Trump derangement syndrome is real, bro. Let's just put that out there. People are on that syndrome. And look, this is another person.
Which was Khomeini at that time.
Let me see.
Has a warning for New York.
A lot of people picked their Mamdani 47 years ago in Iran, which was Khomeini at that time. If you just listen to what Mamdani said in New York, it's verbatim what Khomeini said 47 years ago in the Islamist lefty committee at that time. And people got fooled because it was at the end of 70s and they just wanted to be hippies and free, and that's how it looked like at that time for Iran. So they picked their Khomeini that was supposed to just come and help people have free everything and give the oil money to
how could you say no to free everything?
Free all of that. And you watch what he says. You listen to Mamdani. Trashes are 7 feet high in New York. He just became mayor, but his priorities are to Prophet Muhammad, to Hijrah. He brought Medina, all of these 1400 years ago. What happened with their prophet? He just brought it to New York. That terrifies me.
Iranian woman has a warning for New York.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I've been calling that out, ever since Mamdani started running his campaign. You get what I'm saying? Like, I started doing a deep dive on him. I wanted to do a reaction on No Cap Just React, but I think I'm gonna do one here. Definitely want to get into detail with that one because it's a lot of stuff that people kind of like just bypassed. Like, oh, people could change. Hell no, bro. Not when it comes to religion, bro. I don't, especially with like an Islamic regime, like how, I don't know. It's just the way, Mamdani was wording his stuff back in the day. Like, and it's not even back in the day. It's not even that long ago. But, yeah, I'm going to definitely get into that one. Just, you wait. You feel me? But either way, I'm just showing y'all what the people are saying. This is another guy, I don't know where he's from.
Says that Israelis are going to kill innocent civilians, first of all. Yeah, second of all, it's Iranians themselves. Wait, one second, let me ask you a question. It's Iranians themselves that have gotten to the streets, protesting in hundreds of thousands, if not millions, being mass slaughtered by their dictators, and then asking America and Israel for help. So it's not a Mossad operation. Yeah?
Right.
So don't get it twisted. This is the problem is you make a false equivalence. Your moral compass is broken, my friend. Yeah, I don't know where you're from, but if you're born in Iran, like these people here, we're born in Iran, we lived under the Islamic Republic, we know the truth. We have lived experience. You don't. Yeah? So our convictions don't come from Twitter or from Qatari-funded pro-Palestine movements, because, October 7th happened, and then October 8th, they had international protests all around the globe.
Exactly.
With the same slogans, with the same banners. It was all funded. Because they manufacture victimhood. And it traps people like you, unfortunately. Or maybe you have an agenda. But the real people that are oppressed are the people inside Iran under the Islamic Republic. The real people that are oppressed are Palestinians under Hamas. They deserve better. They had democratically elected elections in 2005. They were given 20 billion. Look what Hamas done to those 20 billion. Yeah.
Boy was speaking nothing but truth. And one of the comments, that's funny though, they said this guy's the Persian Charlie Kirk, which is wild. I find wild. But he's talking this shit. Nonetheless. Yeah, back in January, the Ayatollah pretty much had almost 40,000 people killed, protesters. You get what I'm saying? People that just wasn't with the regime. And you tell me if Trump's and Netanyahu's attack on him is justified after that, because honestly, I don't see a better moment or reason to actually take somebody out after taking out 40K people in 1 month. You get what I'm saying? Let alone 47 years of that. You get what I'm saying? Going on. So a lot of people could have their reasons for not supporting it, but to be honest, I ain't against it. You get what I'm saying? And then look at this.
Venezuela.
So this one
is about
says that CNN was forced to air Democrat Iranian American eviscerating her own party for attacking President Trump. So they got their own people hanging them in CNN. They thought that they was just gonna agree with them, but these are Iranian people. They know what's up. You get what I'm saying? And ain't shit you're gonna tell them to make them spin their narratives. You get what I'm saying? Just to please CNN, or you get what I'm saying? Just to make Trump look bad. Like, I feel like, even Republicans, they weren't for no new wars. You get what I'm saying? But this is technically not a new war. This has been ongoing for a long time. And I feel like Trump is just ending it. He's finishing it. You get what I'm saying? Once and for all. And if you disagree, that's on you. You get what I'm saying? I feel like this is going to finish within maybe 2 months tops. 2 months tops. You get what I'm saying? But that's just my opinion. But let's go into this person. She was pretty much hanging CNN.
I think that it is imperative the Democratic Party wake up and get past their dislike of Donald Trump, the President Trump, and their feelings of international conflicts going on. This is about national security. This is about what is possible in the Middle East. This is about being a good neighbor, good partner to the Gulf states and what their aspirations are. This is about supporting the people of Venezuela. This is about dismembering our relationship with, or not dismembering, but resetting our relationship with China. Right now, 55% of the oil production that Iran produces goes to China despite sanctions. You want to support the people of Ukraine? You want to end that war? You have to. There is no getting around dismembering this Islamic Republic. It is non-negotiable. It is not a want to have. It is a have to have. And it's not just for the Iranian people. I think you have to trust the Iranian people. We know this government better than anyone else. When you dismember and decapitate this regime, you are going to see a change in the Middle East, in Venezuela, in China, in Ukraine. And I think, quite frankly, their ideology has it's caused a lot of problems for us worldwide. We need to take it seriously. And I think at this point, we have a tremendous opportunity. This will be like ending the Soviet Union, the Berlin Wall. This is a transformational moment for humankind, for security. And as an American, this is in our interest to complete it. So I am a Democrat. I have been a huge Democrat. I am incredibly disappointed with my party. I do not see myself in them in this moment.
Moj and Masi.
And then pay attention to the girl in the pink, because I'm about to bring her up. As a matter of fact, let me bring her up right now. And because she spoke about Mamdani after Mamdani said what he said, that they don't want another war in pursuit of regime change. They want relief from the affordability crisis. They want peace. Like, bruh, what? you went completely off topic.
Found the time to actually sympathize with our killers. I know you don't want me to talk about Zoran Mamdani. Zoran Mamdani was busy celebrating Hijab Day without actually talking about people getting killed simply for showing their hair. Like, listen, if I show that bit of my hair, I get killed. We're talking about a regime that raped women for simply showing their hair. Right. And now I won't feel safe when people like Zoran Mamdani talking about safety, but sympathizing with the Islamic Republic, who tried to kill me, who massacred more than 40,000 innocent people. How dare you? When you kept silent, when you were absolutely silent, when my girls, women being shot in their eyes, when more than 32,000 innocent.
See, he says, today's military strike on Iran carried out by the United States and Israel mark a catastrophe escalation in an illegal war of aggression, bombing cities, killing civilians, opening a new theater of war. Americans do not want this. I agree. I can agree that, Americans don't want another war. Yes, we don't. But to say that, it's unlawful that he's bombing cities and bombing some civilians, that's cap. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, the cities part, yes. Yeah, you feel me? But he's not going for civilians. He's going for those leaders. His rhetoric, bro, it always kills me. He always knows how to make headlines, that's for sure.
Armed people being massacred. Here in America, I'm talking directly to you. I don't feel safe in this city, New York, because of the Islamic Republic. This regime will end democracy, will end American citizens' life everywhere, because the Islamic Republic is like cancer, and they will infect the rest of the world if we don't remove them. But they don't get the chance to talk like Zoran Mamdani to the media, not with the people of Iran. Those who have faced war, you need to talk to the people of Iran who know in the region, Syria, Iraq, even people in Venezuela, that they have seen how the regime in Iran invaded their countries.
Right.
Let me read for you, because I just want to read what exactly the New York City mayor said. Today's military strikes on Iran, carried out by the United States and Israel, mark a catastrophic escalation in an illegal war of aggression. Bombing cities, killing civilians, opening a new theater of war. Americans do not want this. They do not want another war in pursuit of regime change. They want relief from the affordability crisis. They want peace.
Oh my God. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. I live in New York, Mr.
She's about to flame him right now.
Mamdani, you are more than welcome to come to one of my safe house. You're more than welcome to come and see my would-be assassin in the federal court. You didn't even dare to come and face them. Where were you when they sent killers here in New York City? You were crying for your aunt, the mayor.
I wish I had the full video, but she flamed him. She was talking about how he was talking about the story about his aunt not taking the subway no more because, she feared for her life every time because she was wearing her hijab. Then it comes out, later on that his aunt was, I forgot, is like a distant cousin of his. I don't really care for that, but it's just the fact that she doesn't wear a hijab. So his story didn't even match up with, real life type shit. So it's just funny. He always contradicts himself, and a lot of people, like especially the left, they disregard it. Like they ain't just hear the cap. You get what I'm saying? Which is wicked, man. But yeah, this is this right here is a flashback. In the Iranian parliament, MPs burned the American flag while chanting "Death to America" and threatened to use nuclear bombs against the American homeland. Trump didn't start a war. He finished one that was already underway. Agreed.
متشکرم. آقای گرجان مراقب باشه مجلس آتش نزنیم. متشکرم. بفرمایید. اگر اروپا و کشورهای مهم مثل روسیه و چین این خلأ بین المللی را پر کنند شاید راهی برای ادامه مسیر باشد. در غیر این صورت جمهوری اسلامی با اقدامات هسته‌ای خود ایشان را سر عقل می آورد. و این را بدانند که در چنین شرایطی ایران هیچ تعهدی ندارد که در جایگاه گذشته خود در مسئله هسته‌ای قرار بگیرد.
Yeah, guys. That's fucking wild to me. Already. To me, that should have been handled a long time ago. You get what I'm saying? Y'all screaming "Death to America." Y'all poking the bear. But you get what I'm saying? Trump was the one that woke up in Malja. You get what I'm saying? So it's just wicked, bro, how the left is really spinning it like this is not what was needed. You get what I'm saying? Needed to be done. This is the Iranian woman burning a picture of the Ayatollah. You know, for her doing that, you know, prior to his death, she would have been killed. They would have found her. They would have killed. They probably would have raped her and then killed her. You get what I'm saying? But it's crazy, man. I just want to show a couple more things. It's just people. A lot of people are acting like this is not a good thing. You got Iranians actually in the streets celebrating. This is one of many clips that I've seen of Iranians in the streets parading, you know, with dancing and stuff like that. They're doing the Trump dance. They're thanking Trump. I just don't get the rhetoric of, you know, the Iranians and that. They hype, man. They hype.
وای وای به تو زدن وای به زدن
This is wild.
You need to realize that radical Islam is and has.
My boy here, he be breaking it down sometimes. And I feel like a lot of people be thinking that he was going to be a left. You get what I'm saying? But I'm glad he's one of us. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, we are going to war with Iran. No, this is not another opportunity for you guys to display your bizarre obsession with Jews. You don't need to like Israel, but if you like any aspect of the luxuries that you have living in Western society, then you need to realize that radical Islam is and has always been a threat to your own existence. Exactly. President Trump campaigned on not letting Iran build nuclear weapons in 2016 and 2020 and again in 2024. Right. But what did Iran do in 2026? They built nuclear weapons. If you have any survival instinct whatsoever and are familiar with the 60,000 terrorist attacks conducted by radical Islam since 9/11, you will realize that it is time to neutralize this threat and make sure that Iran never holds a nuclear weapon. Yes, we are going to war with Iran. No, this is not enough.
I couldn't agree more. This is definitely long overdue. Look, you got comments like this, like posts like this. If you're Iranian, if you're not Iranian, shut the F up. Iranians are celebrating and crying tears of joy right now. Long live Iran. You know what I'm saying? It's just who you watch that's gonna tell you whether if this is a good thing or not. It's still up in the air right now. You get what I'm saying? But for the most part, the hard part is done. They got rid of the Ayatollah. You get what I'm saying? That's something to give credit for. This is during a speech addressing nuclear talks. Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, I forgot how you say it, declared Trump is lying and his statements are not worth a response. Death to America, death to England, death to Israel, death to the infidels.
در این سفر رئیس جمهور آمریکا به منطقه مطرح شد لایق جواب دادن نیست اصلا. اینقدر سطح حرف پایینه که مایه سرفکندگی گوینده حرف و مایه سرفکندگی ملت آمریکاست. اونا رو کار نداره. لکن یکی دو جمله رو باید روش توجه بکنیم. ترامپ گفت که میخواد از قدرت برای صلح استفاده کنه. دروغ گفت.
Oh, you hear it there, man. This is literally what's going on, man. I'm just glad Trump is doing what he's doing. You know, your boy Marco Rubio had something to say about it too. I don't know if I can find it right now. Marco Rubio.
Well, we did. We notified Congress. I mean, we notified the Gang of Eight. We notified congressional leadership. There's no law that requires us to do that. The law says we have to notify them 48 hours after beginning hostilities. We've done that. I think the notification went today. But we did notify members of Congress in advance. But we can't notify 535 members of Congress. And, well, the Congress can vote on whatever they want, but there's no law that requires us to do that. And I want to say something because I see people on TV. Look, that's fine. If they want to take a war powers vote, they can do that. They've done that. They've done that a bunch of times. But there's no, people keep saying that there's no law that requires the president to have done anything with regards to this. To begin with, no presidential administration has ever accepted the War Powers Act as constitutional. Not Republican presidents, not Democratic presidents. That said, we have followed the notification at 48 hours, and we're here today. I've done more Gang of Eight briefings than I got in the 4 years that Biden was president and I was a member of the Gang of Eight. All of that said, we've complied with the law 100%, and we're going to continue to comply with it.
Definitely. And I fuck with Rubio, man. I feel like Rubio should be the next president, bro. That's my opinion. I'm sticking with it until somebody prove otherwise. You feel me? But yo, let me know in the comments how y'all feel about this war. Do y'all feel like it was long overdue for, you know, someone to step in and actually handle what needed to be handled? You know what I'm saying? And unaliving certain people. Y'all let me know in the comments. Do y'all support this? Are you against it? I definitely will keep up with this story. That's for sure. Because this is definitely not gonna be the last. That's for sure. I do want to show a few things in my next episode. Well, my next reaction. That's for sure. Just stay tuned. That's all I can tell y'all. Just like, comment, and subscribe too. I appreciate everyone that's been subscribing and showing love. Hit me on the comments. I honestly did not even promote this video. I just put it out on YouTube with my last one, and you know, it kind of got some numbers. So I was like, all right, bet I could just put it up on YouTube. But I will be having my TikTok, you know, my Twitter and all that, LinkedIn. You're gonna see it soon enough. But yeah, I'm your boy Vic, man. Till next time, y'all. Have a good one.